I want to tell you about two of my friends. So both one of them was my best friend and the other one is still my best friend. So I have only very few friends, but then these two people were very prominent, or they have played a very key role in my life. I'll tell you about both of them. So one friend was from my ninth standard, I think. So from my ninth standard till last year he was my best friend, and the other one I met him in 2008 when I joined my masters in IASC. So I'll tell you about the first one, my childhood friend. So this person, this fellow, he was from a upper middle class family, not a poor family but a upper middle class family, and his parents, his mom and dad, they used to provide him with everything that he asked for. And he was a very bright student, probably a very intelligent student, and he was very competitive in nature. In the ninth standard, and I think in 10th standard his marks were around above 90%. I don't remember exactly how many marks he got, but it was around 90 or above. And in plus 2 also his marks were too high. I think he got 96.8% in plus 2. So you can imagine how good he was in studies. And he just missed that, back then when I was doing this plus 2 and we were in plus 2, this there used to be, after IITs, the next biggest college was BITS Pilani. I don't know what its position now, but everyone used to dream about getting into BITS Pilani, if not into IISc and IITs. And then this person, my friend, let me not take his name. I'm intentionally not taking his name. Okay, so this person, let's call him B. Okay, this person B, he has started his when he was in school, his aim was to get into this BITS Pilani, and he worked really hard in plus 2 and he got that 96.8. And back then BITS Pilani used to take students based on the plus 2 marks. There never was any other test. They'll just see your plus 2 marks, and depending on your percentage they used to take you. And he missed that college just by few marks, maybe 3-4 marks I think, and he was very disappointed. And that is the first time he failed in something. He didn't fail, but actually he failed in getting into the college. That is the first time I had seen him fail in something. And then he had taken this ECE in BTech, Electronics and Communication Engineering in BTech, and he has taken some college through AIEEE. AIEEE, he got some deemed university, and that is, I think, Shastra University or Kurukshetra, something, Shastra or Kurukshetra in Tamil Nadu. And when he joined, okay, so I don't know exactly what name of the college that he graduated from, but according to him, the faculty were not at all good and the subjects were completely not interesting. So till plus 2, you know how the plus 2 teachers were. They used to teach for 20 years, or they had experience for 20-30 years, and when they teach it so well that we get involved in the subject and we learn a lot from them, and things will be very, very interesting when they teach. And suddenly when he went into this ECE in this Tamil Nadu university, some university, I don't remember its name, he lost interest in studies completely. And I think in his BTech percentage was something in 60s or something like this, something in 60s I think. And then he got placed in TCS. See, till he was in plus 2, he always wanted to prove himself to his family, to his mom, dad, and also to his friends. He always used to be the best, and he never allowed anyone to crack any joke on him. So he's a very serious kind of person. He used to have a lot of I think self or ego, or I don't remember exactly what that feeling is. I don't know exactly what that feeling is, but he can never be butt of a joke. He can never take any criticism. He can never encourage, or he can never he always wants to prove himself. That is what I can tell you, and that is what he did till his all through his life. And suddenly when he got into TCS, he didn't like the job at all. It is a service based industry, as you know, and the pay is also very less. And as you know that he is very competitive, he started comparing his salary and his work with others, and most of our batchmates, they either did their BTech in IITs or MTech in IITs, and they got settled very well, and most of them are into Google, Amazon, like this product based companies, and they were earning a lot, and comparatively this person was earning very less, and that is not what he planned for. He thought, he was a topper in the school and everyone thought that he would do great, and that is what he started believing, and he wanted to prove that he is great by getting a better job and doing well in life. But suddenly when he got into TCS and things were not going well, I think he didn't like it. Then he suddenly left the job TCS and he applied for a job with a better salary in Malaysia, and he went there, and the salary of that job is I think 1 lakh in Indian currency. In my Indian currency they were paying 1 lakh, and earlier in TCS, after working for I think 4 years, he got a pay of around 40,000 per month or 50,000 per month, and now it is double the salary. So he went there in Malaysia, and last year in December 31st, I think on January 1st, he jumped from a building and he committed suicide. And the day before that, he actually spoke to me for 1 hour. I mean, he was in continuously touch with me, and we were actually friends, so we were both in communicating terms. And even before the day, we had a conversation, and what he told was that he wanted to change his career completely from this service based industry to a product based industry, or he wanted to change it completely. Then I asked him to take GATE seriously and try doing masters. Then he told me that he is not interested in doing masters in EC. Then I advised him, even if you are an EC student, you could still take GATE CS and do masters in IITs and then get a better job in product based companies. Then he said that I'm already 26 years old, and by I think at 26 or 27, and then he said that if I start from now, it will take another 3 years. I can't wait 3 years. That is what he told me on that day. But I tried convincing him to do something, to go for masters and then change his career and change his life. But he didn't. I mean, he said on that day he said that yes, he will try. But then next day he committed suicide. And the reason I feel why he did that is, he has never faced any problem till then in his life. Suddenly, all of a sudden, from a point where he has seen a lot of successes, from there when he started seeing failures one by one, he was not able to take them, and he just ended his life. That is I feel that it is the worst way to live and worst way to die. You can think about his parents. I can still remember his mom always cooks only his favorite food at home. He has a sister, but she loves him a lot, and whatever he loves, she used to cook at home, and his sister used to fight with him every day. And now you can think about the misery that he has put through for his parents for rest of their lives. And I'll tell you about the other friend. So this is about one friend. So he is no more now. And the other friend is, I met him in IASC when I was doing my masters, and I met him in 2008. I think first week I met him when I joined IASC in the mess. He was completely he lost both his legs to polio, and he was completely handicapped. And he was doing his masters in mechanical department, but he didn't use his reservation to get into IASC. He cracked GATE with a very good rank. He is from a very poor family, from a small village which is near my place. And his house is 4 walls and a roof, small room with 4 walls and a roof. And their monthly income was 5,000 rupees for his parents, and he studied all his schooling he did in a municipality school, government school, and at a very cheap price. And no one from his village has ever studied beyond 10th class. He even says that he is balancing it out. Then I'll tell you everything about him. Just think about it. He completely lost his legs to polio, and then now he walks with the support of 2 sticks. right? But then when you see him walking, you can literally see the confidence in him. When you see someone walking with confidence, you can see it, isn't it? And when you see him walking on sticks, you can see the confidence, you can see that confidence is walking. And he's such a person. And I'll tell you everything. So he did his masters, and after doing his masters from IASC, we were both we got instantly connected right on that day. On the first day when I saw him in mess, we became friends, and from then we were together throughout our masters. I never had any, I mean, I had friends from my department as well, but I used to be with him throughout the masters. We both used to go to movies or wherever we used to go, we used to be together. And then this person, after finishing his masters, he got a job in this General Motors, some mechanical engineering related company, General Motors, and he with a very good pay. And after 3 months, he resigned the job. And I asked him why he did that. He didn't even tell me before resigning. He just resigned. I think after 3 months or 6 months he resigned. And he told me that after, when I asked him why he did that, he told me that the job is not interesting. The job is not challenging, it seems. So he resigned. Then I asked him what he wanted to do. Then he said that he will try for something else. He said that he will try for Indian Engineering Services, IES exam. So for computer science there is no IES, but for other streams there is IES. So he tried for it, he cracked it, he got it, and again he didn't join it. Then I again asked him what he wanted to do. Then he said that even that is also not challenging enough. And then from the last 4 years he has been preparing for IAS, Indian Administrative Service. Now whenever I get time, I just see him. He lives in a very pathetic condition. I mean, see, I am from a lower middle class family, and when I say that his living conditions are pathetic, then you can really assume how pathetic they were. He stays in a room with a roommate, just a single room, again 4 walls and a roof, just like how all the students used to live, but even in a bad condition. He don't have a bed in his room. He don't have a bed. He just sleeps on that mat, and he has one reading chair, and the room is full of books. That is how he lives. And he earns 10,000 rupees every month by writing some materials to mechanical engineering for GATE students to some institute. So some institute is paying him 10,000 rupees every month. That's it. That is the only salary. He keeps 5,000 and he sends 5,000 home sometimes. And his family also survives on 5,000 rupees. That's it. He doesn't have, they don't, and they are also happy with it. The funny thing is, they are happy with it and he is happy with it. And I have offered him financial help many times, and every time I offer him some help, he rejects. He never takes any help. He never allows anyone to show mercy. In fact, he cracks jokes on everyone, and he's a lot of confident. See, you can see the confidence in him. So then what I mean to say is, a person who doesn't have legs, who lost his legs to polio, wants to stand on his own feet. He never accepts any help, and he wants challenges in life. See, if anyone else would have been in his position, they would have taken that job in General Motors and they would have settled down. They would not have even dreamt about trying something different. He is saying that the good life is boring. He wanted to do something great. Now if you think about what has given him this courage, I feel that all the problems that he has gone through in his life, see, everything was a struggle for him. Even doing his personal things, taking a bath was a struggle every day for him. Even now it is a struggle for him, and doing his own personal things is a struggle. Apart from this, he is from a very poor family, from a village where they don't have good facilities also, but still he made it into good universities, top universities, and also he made it into IASC, right? So all the problems he faced in his life, they helped him overcome whatever difficulties. And now I can tell you something. When someone has hit the bottom, they will understand that there is nothing to lose. If you have already seen all the failures that you have to see in life, I think they will make you so strong that the fear of failure will never hold you back. Therefore, if you fail, you should feel lucky, because you are something that you are afraid of has just happened. Now you know that nothing worse can happen. See, if you have, let us say you have failed in a class, in a subject in your childhood, then why will you be afraid that, you won't be afraid that you will fail again? Yes, even if you fail again, it will just be a normal thing for you, isn't it? See, if you have never touched fire, then you will always be afraid of fire. Let us say you have touched it once and you came to know that it didn't kill you, then you won't be that much afraid of the fire. You will not be so much afraid that to touch it again, isn't it? So when you hit the bottom, you can understand that there is nothing beyond it. So everything that is going to happen is just uphill. So now just think about him. So I'm not able to say everything about him, but then whatever I said, if you understood it, it is really an inspiration. He is really an inspiration. He is my hero. He is an inspiration to me. Whenever I talk to him, I get inspired. See, I'll tell you some funny thing. Today morning also I called him, and last week, this is actually December. Last week he had written this IAS mains exam. And then I asked him how the paper was. He said that paper was bad and he didn't write it well. Then I asked him, then I thought that, see, generally if someone prepares for an exam for 4 years and if they don't do it well, we assume that he must be feeling sad or he must be depressed, but he is very happy. I don't see any sign of sadness in his voice or no signs of depression at all. He's saying that, and I asked him what plans next. He's saying that he's planning a tour in North India, because anyway he has to go for an interview. Anyway, they are going to call him for interview. It is in UPSC is in Delhi, North India. So he is planning a tour of Agra and Jaipur and all this, and he is asking me to join him. See, that is what he is planning for now. Even though the exam didn't go well, he is not at all concerned. But then I see many students who have all the capabilities, all the abilities, who have 2 hands, 2 legs functioning, and everything is normal, and still if they fail in one exam, they think that they have lost something great in this world. Even I have seen many people who have prepared for GATE for 1 year, and if they lose it, if they didn't get a good rank, they'll get into depression. How silly it is, isn't it? This person has been trying for, see, I'm talking about a handicapped person. He don't have any other source of income. He is still standing on his feet. He is very content with his life. He knows what he wants. He wants a great life. So for that he is willing to do anything. And for 4 years he prepared, and again the exam didn't go well. He is just casual. He's just taking it as if it is a part of life. He accepted failure as just a part of life. What a great personality. Are you getting it? I'm not sure if you are understanding how big that person is. See, the major difference between these two persons, the one is the loser. See, I call the other person, the person B, a loser, because not because he didn't do well in life, but because he gave it up without even trying. The problem in his life was he was very competitive. He used to compare with everyone else in his see, if someone else is in Amazon and earning 50 lakhs, he used to tell me that why should he be concerned about someone else? Yes, he was also our friend, but then why should you compare yourself with someone else? What is that you want in your life? You should have that clarity and you should keep trying for it. Now this person, let's call him C, the physically handicapped person I was talking about, let's call him C. Now this person C is never worried about anything. He is never concerned about what others are doing. In fact, no one in our friend circle is trying for IAS, and he is the first one to do that. And no one in his village has ever studied beyond 10th standard, and he is trying for IAS, which means he is not at all comparing himself with anyone else. He has set his standards so high that he doesn't even bother about others, think about others, and money is the least thing for him. He knows that for his family can survive on 5,000 rupees a month. They have survived it for so long, and he says that they could survive for a couple of more years. And so he is never worried about earning money without chasing his dreams. He has some dream and he is chasing it. He is putting everything he has got in it. I don't think that he is doing any sacrifice in that by leaving a job. He is doing himself a favor, isn't it? Because if you don't follow your dreams, ultimately you are the one who has to live your life every day. Every day when you sleep, you have to sleep with that day, isn't it? With what has happened in that day. If you don't do what you love in your life, it will be a misery, it will be a waste of life. And even if you have to face problems to do what you love in life, still do that, you will be happy. And this person is really very happy, because even if he is failing, even if he is not getting money, he is still doing what he loves. He wanted to do something great. He loves reading. He is reading every book, every newspaper. He loves many things, and he is doing everything in that. Okay, so I can't say enough about them. I just want to differentiate them. This person B, who committed suicide, has been protected by his family throughout his life, and when he is left to face the challenges of life, he just failed to face it. He was just not able to leave his job. That was my last conversation with him. I asked him to leave his job, and I told him that I will provide him financial support, whatever he wanted, and I asked him to leave his job and prepare for GATE and change his career. He said that it will take 3 years, and he said that he don't want to leave his job for 3 years, nor he don't want to continue in his job. That was his thing. Now this person C, he doesn't have any financial support, and apart from the 10,000 rupees, that is also not a financial support. He's working for it. He's working for it part-time, right? So he has saved some 3 months salary or 4 months salary, that 3-4 lakhs whatever he got, and then he paid this money for the coaching centers, and in order to survive, he was working. He left the job without thinking about anything, because he loves to do something else. Now if you see this person C, he was not protected the same way this person B was protected. Now if you see any great person in the world, his life story will be really interesting. See, if a person like Mukesh Ambani or let's say Anil Ambani, if they ever write autobiography, I'll never give it a damn, and that will be the worst book ever. If a person like Dhirubhai Ambani, if he writes his autobiography, if he has an autobiography, that would be interesting. If someone starts with nothing and faces lot of adversities and problems, and then eventually becomes successful, that would make a best story in the world, isn't it? You read about Elon Musk, you read about Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, all these people, they have survived through a lot of problems. See, problems are there only to make you strong. If you are facing problems, if you are facing poverty, if you have a lot of problems in your life, just feel happy because they are going to make you stronger. Feel happy because you are going to become great, and feel happy because your story is going to be the best story in the world. If you don't have any problems, you should really feel sad and get depressed. Seriously. See, just assume that your parents have made a fortune for you, and they have given everything to you, just like how Ambani's got. Your life will be the most boring life in the world, because you don't know what to do, and you don't have a reason to do anything, isn't it? And you don't have a reason to survive in this world. But on the other hand, if you are facing a lot of problems and you are still surviving in spite of them, and if you are overcoming all the adversities, that will make a best story, isn't it? I think my friend called C is going to create history. Even if he doesn't, he is already a hero. He is a hero to me, and he is a hero to all my friends. He is an inspiration. When we see him, we see confidence walking, and without having legs, he is standing on his own feet. That is what is called confidence, right? See, don't get worried because of these small things. I feel that GATE exam is a very small thing, and when I listen to people saying that we are getting scared, we are getting panicked, I just think about them, and I sometimes I feel how small, how narrow their thinking is. Look at the world, what people are facing, isn't it? And look at where you are. You are being provided the best guidance. Your parents have given you all comforts. Only thing you are supposed to do is sit and eat, isn't it? I don't know how interesting that life would be. I feel that, okay, that is up to you. But if you still feel depressed or scared or panicked, Whatever, if you have any negative feelings because of the fear of failure, just look at your hands, legs and your body. You have every part working, you have your heart beating and your eyes working, right? Isn't it? You can do anything in this world. When people with a lot of disabilities are able to do so many things, when people who have all the poverty and problems and who are facing all the adversities are doing great wonders, why can't you do it? Why are you scared? What will you lose? Seriously, is there anything else to lose? If you have lost both of your legs, can you think about anything else that you can lose? Isn't it? So failure is just a part of life, and problems, if you don't face failure and if you don't have problems, it will be the most boring life, I can tell you. Think about it. You have, okay, I can't say anything else. All the best.